Colonel Allen West has been a favorite of the Tea Party set since he was sworn into office, and he is he's one of my heroes. I adore him for a lot of reasons, but one of the new reasons I adore him for is because he understands how to declare victory, even if that victory is incremental. Even if it's not everything you want at any given moment, understanding the limits of one's power when you control one house of Congress is something that I think is helpful along the battlefield to the ultimate victory. He joins us now. Colonel West, I'm reading now in The Hill that Tea Party groups are targeting you for a primary challenge because you're now called, as a brave military hero, a defector. Would you respond to that?
Well, good morning, Laura, and that's their opinion, and they're welcome to it. And if they want to bring forth a primary challenge, then so be it. But I think the most important thing that they have to understand is that I'm smart enough to sit back and do an analysis and assessment, as you just talked about. When I look at where we are, the president who wanted to have tax hikes, he wanted to have a complete raising of this debt ceiling of $2.4 trillion. He's not getting it. As a matter of fact, when we brought that up to the House floor, I was one of the people that voted against it. We came back with another plan and proposal to cut cap and balance, which said, okay, we will raise it, but you've got spending control measures. And I supported that. And now we come back, and we have to continue to put the pressure on. We have to continue to be on the initiative and have the initiative in the offense. And so I do support the Boehner plan. It is not 100% for me, but it is the 70 to 75% that I can take into the fight. And I think ensures we do the right thing by my constituents and the American people. And I think that what we have to ask ourselves, if you're telling me that I need to vote no against the Boehner plan, then what am I voting for?
Well, you're voting with Nancy Pelosi, you're voting with Jerry Nadler, and you're voting with the viewpoint of President Obama and Chuck Schumer and Harry Reid, because they're all against the Boehner plan. Yeah. So that to me makes no sense. And my question to you is, let's take this to the battlefield, okay? Because the ultimate battle, we all agree that we need to shrink this government, get our country back on track. We have a 1.3% GDP number that just came out, which is abysmal. People are expecting the markets to continue to crater over the next several days because of these numbers. Right now, is it smart? You're in the middle of a battle. The ultimate war, we won't know what ultimately happens, but you have one leader in the House of Representatives. You have John Boehner. Is that smart to throw him overboard, or if you're in the Navy, I guess you commit mutiny against him? Is that a smart thing to do?
No, it would not be a smart thing to do. It would be just the same as if you're in a ground combat operation and you're supposed to be attacking in a certain direction and you refuse to attack, or you just attack in a different direction, and you split your force, and the next thing you know, you create a gap by which the opposition can exploit you and in piecemeal defeat you. Let me tell you something that happened earlier this week that let me know what the Democrats, especially the House Democrats, were looking to do. The chief deputy whip for the Democrats, Peter Wells from Vermont, came over to our side, and I was sitting there with Paul Brown. And he came up to me with this, funny-looking grin. He said, hey, West and Brown, you guys going to cave in to Boehner and let him have his way? Now, on the surface, maybe someone would say that's not a big deal, but for me, analyzing what he was doing, he was trying to split up our side and make us weaker, because they really do fear this Boehner plan. Because let's face it, the president has no plan. Harry Reid's plan is a joke. It's full of phantom, quote-unquote, savings and cuts and things of that nature. It raises the cuts to our defense by another $400 to $450 billion, and I can tell you that's something I'm not going to allow happen to my friends who are still wearing the uniform. So I'm going to stand with this Boehner plan, and once again, if the folks who 1 minute they're saying I'm their Tea Party hero, and 3-4 days later I'm a Tea Party defector, that kind of schizophrenia, I'm not going to, get involved in it.
And let me tell you this. This is my pledge to you, Colonel West. I will campaign for you. I will help you. I will do whatever I can for you down in Florida. because you have been hit by the left, by Debbie Wasserman Schultz. You've been hit by all these women who supposedly are so strong, and then the damsels in distress the next minute. And now you're being hit by the very people who should be at your side and frankly, who have a victory here and who've done an enormous amount of good. You should be supported by them. That's their decision. They want to run a primary challenge against you. But I want to tell you this. I'm with you, and I know so many of my listeners across the country are with you. Thank you for coming on today. I know you're really busy, and we hope to check in with you later on when I host the O'Reilly Factor. Colonel Alan West, continue on, my friend. Thanks so much.
I will. Thank you, Laura.
All right. We're going to take a break on the Laura Ingraham Show. There you have it. Once a hero of the Tea Party, now a defector. It's an interesting way to treat your friends. Don't go away.